The mental fitness trainers at Connexions are getting exposed, as a lot of people have been asking, why haven't we heard from some of these people? There is a very well-known video about the Franke case that's going around where Jodi Hildebrandt is at what looks like some swanky home with a bunch of women saying, these are the people that we are working with. Yet they have been silent and we didn't know anything about them until now. Guys, make sure to click the plus sign. I'm going to have more on this. Sound off in the comments. Tell me what you think. This comes from a YouTuber called YouTuber Headlines. Guys, go check her out. I don't know who she is, but she has been putting up a lot of good content. Not just about this. I've seen her for some other stuff, but specifically the Franke case, it will blow your socks off. She did a ton of great research, so make sure and go check her out. You'll see her name in the video. But she went through and she tried to figure out exactly who was everybody, and she even exposes the president and gives some information. All right, guys, I'm going to play this clip, and then we're going to discuss in detail. Take a look.
In this video, Jodi introduces the mental fitness trainers with Connexions and others who are learning to be mental fitness trainers.
There we go. Hi, we are live in Mapleton, Utah at a home of somebody who is learning how to be a mental fitness trainer. And we have Ruby here. And Ruby is a part of the original 10 women that are being trained to become mental fitness trainers.
Mental Fitness for Beginners is an online masterclass. Per the Connexions Classroom website, this is Jodi Hildebrandt's best-selling course. It's a 6-week online program that includes videos and a monthly mentorship, and it's $200.
So Ruby, you want to tell us about what a mental fitness trainer is?
Yes. So we are getting mentally fit the same way your body would get physically fit by running and lifting weights and working with a personal trainer. We are getting ready to be your mental fitness trainer.
It sounds like they're getting ready to brainwash people.
We're getting truth really easy to teach. We're making it very simple, boiling it down to principles. That's how you're going to understand truth, is really knowing principles, being able to put words to it and help you, and you're going to feel so much better.
Absolutely. So I'm just going to span over here. We've got, I can't see.
There we go.
Tori and Shari.
Let's talk about Tori first. I went over to Venmo and I searched for Connexions profile. Under the Connexion profile, you can view anyone who has paid Connexions using Venmo. Tori paid Connexions back in 2020. I also used Google to search for Tori in Utah. Nothing comes up. I did find her Instagram account and it's private. Connexions Coaching on Instagram follows Tori.
How are you feeling about what you're getting ready to go out and do? Teaching truth to the world.
Excited.
So excited.
Excited.
Yep. This is Shari, and I've been unable to find any information on Shari.
Coming to a town near you. And here's Kim and Jess.
This is Kim and Jess. The only thing I could find on Kim is a Kimberly Sharp paid Connexions on Venmo back in August of 2020. I'm not 100% sure this is the same Kim, but I wanted to mention this because I did find it on the Connexions Venmo account. And I haven't been able to find any information on Jess.
Hello. Becky, Liz, Michelle.
I went over to Venmo and I didn't find a Becky, but I found a Rebecca McNary paid Connexions several times back in 2019. I do not think Rebecca McNary and Becky sitting on this couch is the same person. This is Rebecca McNary, and I do not believe she is one of the mental fitness trainers in this room at this moment. She graduated with her master's degree in social work from Utah Valley University in 2020. In one of Rebecca's payments to Connexions, she makes a note. It says, 50 books for chain breakers on Tuesday night through Becky Berry. So I believe this could be Becky Berry sitting on the couch. This is Becky Berry's Instagram account. It's private, but what's interesting is Shari Franke follows Becky. So I think there's a good possibility this is Becky Berry sitting on the couch.
First of all, well done to YouTuber Headlines. This is a lot of work that she put into this because she tried to go after every single person, because it has been a big question. Why have these people not spoken up? So here's what I think is happening. Jodi, we know, has lawyers. You got to remember, these women are wealthy. Well, she was wealthy. We don't know what the status of her money is at this point. On the one hand, it's not our business, but I'm also just trying to explain what I think is happening. So in regards to that, lawyers are not cheap. I've been through federal court before. I've never been in trouble in my life except for a federal court situation that I happened to win-ish. So I know that they are not cheap at all. But I think that Connexions and Jodi have her own lawyers. We know Jodi does. And it's probably Jodi's lawyers who are telling everybody at Connexions, keep your mouth shut. Stay quiet. Don't say anything because it could incriminate them. They probably are also scared. You got to remember, they know they've put their names and faces out there, and they, number one, don't want any of these charges coming back to them, because what if this was happening in Jodi's home while they were there? Which we know that has happened with some of them. We're going to go into that in the other videos. So, on top of that, if they have association with her, with everything going on, their professional reputations, their online reputations, their reputations in general can be ruined. And on the one hand, my heart goes out to these people because I would assume most of them had no idea what was going on. And in their minds, they're just doing what their church tells them and they're trying to make the world a better place. Kind of similar like when they send them out on some type of religious mission with the Mormon church, right? They think they're doing good. But they've gotten mixed up with this one who's just done some awful things to so many people, and people want answers. And I think the best thing these people could do is to speak up, but I do think the lawyers are telling them not to. And here's the thing, these people may not have the money that she does, so if they go against her lawyers and they're not protected by anybody, then will they be implicated too? It's just such a messy situation, but I do think transparency is good here. And in saying that, I do think we need to respect all these people's privacies, but I do urge them, please speak up. This is such a big situation, and I really hope that they speak up and they do the right thing on behalf of these kids. What do you guys think? What do you think about this so far? Also, we've got 2 more parts because there's more people to expose, and we hear from the president, and apparently they're not taking phone calls. Sound off in the comments. Tell me your thoughts. Click the plus sign. I've got more coming, and check out YouTuber Headlines.